Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Sri Ram, Jai Ram Om. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai 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 Jai Ram Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. There are so many, it is reported there, but we cannot see everybody. Once in a way something comes out, change your tiles or something. What do I do? We don't know. Should we do anything? Swamiji, what is coming, Swamiji? What is coming, Swamiji? So many are there, viewers.
We don't have to do anything, Swamiji.
They will be able to see.
Yes, Swamiji, they are able to see. All of them are able to see you.
But we may not be able to see everybody.
Yes, Swamiji, because only 49 is allowed here. So in the screen. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Yes.
Swamiji, Papa he has told one positive or good was less positive and negative or positive bad. Good is remembrance of God. Other thing opposite good is forgetfulness of God. They have told him, see, good and bad remembrance of God is good. And other thing, forgetfulness is bad, like that. He has told in his word, but I am not remembering. Can you tell, Swamiji?
Somebody asked Papa what is right and what is wrong.
Correct.
That which enables us to remember him is right. That which enables makes us to forget him is bad. In the sense, anything and everything we are supposed to see the God dimension. We only see as an object, as an infinite, as a vastu. Without this, naturally, we will be colorizing it as good or bad. But if we see him, everything is positive.
Another thing, Swamiji. So when we repeat Ram Nam, we should think that he is only making us to repeat Ram Nam. That means we have to remember, we have to think and do, or how to correct it. I am not understanding. We should
forget about consciously you chant. That will lead.
Oh, consciously you should chant.
Forget about everything. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. When we consciously chant, no other thought will come.
That is the meaning.
That will take us to the next stage.
Let
us not bother about the next stage. Let the next stage come by itself.
No, what is my doubt? One devotee asked Swamiji, I am repeating for so many years, 30 years like that, but I am not getting that happiness what you are having. What is the secret you are asking? About what? Then he is telling, I was repeating Ram Nam, like that you are feeling. You should feel that he is making it repeat. Something he has told, no?
Forget about it, no. All those things will come later. Now we have to do this consciously.
Consciously, okay, thank you.
Let us stand for Ram Nam consciously for some time. Otherwise, whatever we have been doing, let us continue. Let us not stop anything. But consciously also we will stand for some time. Then see for ourselves what is happening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ayyo, Swamiji.
Yes.
Ayyo. Papaவும் சாதராவுமா திருப்பாப்புலியூர்ல இருந்து பாண்டிச்சேரி 20 மைல் நடந்து போறான். இந்த அரவிந்த சுவாமி பாக்கிறதுக்கு பார்க்க முடியலையாங்க. அப்ப பார்க்க முடியாதப்போ அங்கேயே ரெஸ்ட் எடுத்துட்டு அடுத்த போறேன். அப்ப இன்ஸ்பெக்டர் வரேன். இன்ஸ்பெக்டர் வந்து 2 hours கூட அந்த இடத்துக்கு ஆய்வு பண்ண சொல்றேன். அப்ப திரும்பி அந்த சாதரா ரிக்வெஸ்ட் பண்றேன். நாங்க டயர்டா வந்துருக்கோம். இந்த சாதரா ரிக்வெஸ்ட் பண்றேன் இன்ஸ்பெக்டர். அந்த 2 hours 1 hour அப்படி சொல்றேன். முடியாது, நீங்க 1 hour முதல்ல 2 hours இல்ல, திரும்பி அந்த இன்ஸ்பெக்டர் வந்து 1 hour நீங்க இந்த சிட்டி காலி பண்ண சொல்றேன். அப்போ திரும்பி இந்த 2 பேரும் 20 மைல் திரும்பி நடந்து திருப்பாப்புலியூருக்கே வரா. கஷ்டப்பட்டு பப்பாவும் சாதுராமா
20 மைல் நடக்கலை. 4 miles நடந்துட்டு retreating about 4 miles from the city of Pondicherry, Sadhu Ram erected the veranda of a shop which was shut for taking rest for the night. Early morning, they started on their return journey to Tirupalli. Because they are away from the Pondicherry limit.
Here it should be stated that Sadhuram was looking after him so tenderly that he was a veritable foster mother to him. Again, it was all dumb to her Papa Yorai. fairies are at once loving and mysterious. இப்ப சாதுராம் இவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்பட்டு கூட அந்த பாசிட்டிவ் அவரு போனே பண்றாரு இல்லையா சாதுராம் கூட
What does it show? He is also a great Vairagi. He is also a man. He is also a person who has advanced spiritually. But still, when for no fault of his, when God tested him, he couldn't take it as a test. He came down at the individual level and started grumbling and complaining. That means it will happen to all of us. And immediately we should be able to pull up. So the company of an advanced sadhaka will definitely happen. Not that the Sadhuram was bad. Sadhuram was also selfless. And just imagine 20 means 32 kilometers in the hot sun when they have to go there. And if they are asked to quit immediately without taking rest, it will be the normal response of anybody. So it will happen. In spite of our self-denial, vairag, sannyas, initiation, so many things, we are all being tested at every moment. But unless and until I know that it is a test, I will not be able to accept it. And here the test is severe. No fault of the sadhaka. So God arranges the outer factors, but too very harshly, 32 kilometers when somebody walks, and the hot sun, if they are asked to sit 2 hours time or 1 hour time, and it was difficult for him to accept. So we don't blame him at all. But through that incident, Papa is testing and telling us, you have to be very, very careful. Such tests will be there. So here, Papa says, gradually he became silent. Still he continued. A few words of the station and the Sadhuram commenced to pour quite a shower of abuse on the inspector. No amount of persuasion on the part of Ramdas or peace would stop the brisk play of his tongue. He was assured it was all Ram's wish, and so there was no reason to grumble. Still he continued to give vent to choice epithets of abuse. He used to be a great master in that line. For about a mile, the Sadhuram's wrath did not cool down. Gradually he became silent. Maybe due to the exhaustion of his stock of vocabulary, or on account of an empty stomach, or it might have all been a trick of Ram to test Ramdas if he would join him in the game set on foot by him. Ram alone knows, he alone can judge. So even here, Papa is telling, it could be because the other man as an individual, he would have exhausted or tired. But as God is in him, it was also a test on Ramdas whether he would join. These incidents, as you have rightly pointed out, we have to keep on bringing this into our mind because it is in our workaday life, So many things happen for no fault of us. So many things happen because of no fault of us, and naturally our mind and intellect will judge and then grumble and complain against that person. From the normal level, we are absolutely right. But as a spiritual aspirant, we should know, no, this is a test. It's a tough job, but we may fail out many times, but we should keep on bringing it. But the incident should always well up in our mind. That could be one of the ways to stop sleeping.
Swamiji, suppose if you are not telling outside, you are not shouting outside the words, and you will feel inside, that is also bad, sometimes he will think not to tell anything like that. But you will feel inside the mind, that is also bad,
That will come. But suppose the watcher in us, we should be immediately remember about the watcher in us. Mind and intellect is something, we have to keep on watching. We will not sleep. Everybody will sleep. But in the shortest possible time, we may be able to pull always remember such things, it will help us. In Bhagavad Gita he says, using the sense of perceptions of ears, eyes, skin, tongue and nose, which are grouped around the mind, the embodied soul savors the object of the senses, enjoys. Then he says, the ignorant do not perceive the soul as it resides in the body and as it enjoys senses of objects, nor do they perceive it when it departs. But those who possess the eyes of knowledge can behold it. So when we react, whatever that is coming from outside, it's called external stimuli, So through eyes, through ears, when we do that, naturally there will be a tendency to react, retort. But here in Bhagavad Gita he says, but those who possess the eyes of knowledge can behold it. That this is a test. So behind it there is a watcher there, We should, from the individual level, suppose we have reached that maturity level where we identify ourselves with a watcher, then, that reacting will not be there even vocally or mentally. So the best way is to somehow train ourselves to become aware of the watcher. The watcher is the real you, the self-immortal. How do I get that? When I chant Ram Nam, at the exclusion of all other thoughts, slowly the watcher becomes conspicuous. So that when we train that during our what you call Ram Nam chanting. So Ram Nam chanting is the platform through which we get connected with the watcher. So how do we get it? That is how Papa could get it. He was aware of the watcher, and based upon that he was chanting, meditated and chanted. Watcher, knowing the watcher is meditation. So knowing and then chanting. So even the period ever so small, he was trying. During the rest of the time, you will find in the first chapter itself, he has mentioned that when he was troubled by so many other things, during the day when cares and anxieties were besetting him due to monetary and other troubles, Ram was coming to his aid in unexpected ways. So whenever free from worldly duties, maybe the period was so small, she would meditate on Ram and utter his name. Kindly go back to the first chapter. He is giving us a clue to connect ourselves with the watcher. Even the period ever so small. So during our, when we get any leisure, throughout the rest of the time our individual is reacting. Okay. We are always on the individual plane. Agreed. But we may get some pause moment. At that time, Papa is placing before us what he did. So whenever free from worldly duty, be the period ever so small, he would meditate on Ram and utter his name. Meditate on Ram means getting yourself connected with the watcher. So let us not now worry, we are not being able to keep it up throughout our waking state. Whenever it is possible, we will try. So that the mind is slowly getting habituated to it. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swamiji.
This is very important. The question now raised is whether when such incident happens as Papa was subjected to in the Populio, it will happen to all of us. Probably on many occasions, for no fault of us. Many external factors may upset us, then we may immediately react. So here he gives us a clue. Though we know that he is with us, we have not experienced his presence. So here he gives us a clue in the first chapter itself that during the leisure period, he will meditate on him and utter his name. So we will utter the name and somehow pave the way for the emergence of the witness. The watcher is always there, but he is now covered by our thoughts. And thoughts are now taken out by Ramnam. And Ramnam, when we chant Ramnam, consciously chant, okay? When we consciously chant, automatically the watcher is made manifest, conspicuous. So this is the training we had. We can all like it.
எனக்கு தெரியவில்லை. இந்த வாட்சர்ங்கிறது என்னன்னே தெரியவில்லை சாமிஜி.
சொல்றத ஓம் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெயராம் ஜெயராம் ஜெய ஜெயராம் அது எப்படி தமிழ்ல சொல்றது? அது கான்சியஸா சொல்றது. அதாவது சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன்னு தெரியணும். மனசு வெளியில எங்க போகாது.
இந்த மனசை தானே வாட்சர், மனசுதான் பின்னே உள்ள தாட்ஸ் ராமநாமத்தை சொல்லிட்டு தாட்ஸும் சாமிஜி.
ராமநாமத்தை சொல்றத ராமநாமம் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம்னு உள்ள விசாரத்தோட சொல்லணும். பாத்திரத்தை நீங்கள் எடுக்கிறத ஒரு பாத்திரத்தை எடுக்கிறத எங்கேயோ ஏனோ தானோ தானே என்ன ஆகும்? திருப்தி ஆகாது. ஆனா பாத்திரத்தை எடுக்கிறோம், பாத்திரத்தை கிளீன் பண்றோம் நினைக்கிறது தான் இந்த கிளீன் ஆகும். எந்த காரியம் செய்யறதே நம்ம அதோட மனசு இருக்கிறத கிளீன் ஆகும்.
அது மனசு அல்ல, வாட்சருங்கிற மனசு அல்ல இல்லையா வாட்சருங்கிறது?
அப்படின்னு அலையக்கட்டா அனலைஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருந்தா நம்மள இங்க அர்த்த மாட்டோம். நம்ம கான்சியஸா ஜாயின் பண்றதுக்குள்ள வழிய பாருங்க. பூர்ண ஸ்ரத்தையோட நம்ம நாமம் சொல்றத நாம சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம்னு புரிய தொடங்கும். அந்த புரிய தொடங்குறதுக்கு பேரு வாட்சர். அந்த வாட்சராக்கும் பகவான். அப்படியே சொன்னதை எடுத்துப்போம். நம்மள அதிகமும் அது சத்தம் தானே. அது
சரி சாமி.
So we were just sharing the thoughts in Tamil. Let us try this. These are all practical methods. An in-depth study of IQG definitely helps us. Practical methods. It is not a call talk. So we are all subject to such experiences as Papa faced and Papa and Sadhuram faced in Tirupapaliyur. And naturally the other sadhu, he immediately reacted the way in which we all used to react. But then, how Papa was keeping cool and he was able to accept. How is it possible? It will be possible only when we train our mind to get ourselves connected with him who is the watcher. And how do I do that? I consciously chant. Whenever time permits. During the whole day, whenever time permits. Whenever time permits. Even if it is for the shortest, okay, but I should consciously chant. And when I chant consciously, no other thought will intrude. And at that time, slowly, the chanting paves the way for the emergence of the watcher. So that is why he said, even if the period ever so small, he used to meditate on Ram and chant it. We are chanting, but we are not meditating. That we have come to know now. So we try to include that dimension also, so that when he puts us to go through various experiences, we will be able to deal everything calmly, quietly, peacefully. Even if we sleep for a moment or two, we will be able to immediately get ourselves back. These incidents we should keep on remembering. That word in the first chapter that gives us the clue how to maintain. Yes.
Swamiji Pranam.
Pranam.
that 2 days back or something we had discussed that as we report when we were children, as we report to our parent mother that whatever happened in the school that day, anything that happened, some mischief or anything, how we report to the mother, if we report to our inner papa, so we will have a great relief. And I definitely experienced it because Swamiji told us that you try this and there will be immense peace and relief out of that. So far, whatever problems we had, we would write to ashram or tell Swamiji or something. Now this time when some problem came, I simply said, Papa, okay, whatever it is your wish, you do it. You know our limitations.
Quite right.
Major in the society problems. So I said that, Papa, okay, whatever it is, you solve it. You know our situation. And I told him all that has happened. And the next day I was told that it will not happen, like the big major cost will not come. So Papa takes care and it reaches Papa immediately that I have experienced now. So like the Swamiji said that as you talk to your mother, you talk to Papa inside and you will have immense peace. We can do it. Every time we may not be able to reach, but it reaches Swamiji. If you are sitting alone, without any other thought, other like outside hassles and all, then we can reach, and it gives us great peace inside. So
here we remember
yes.
two episodes. One we know one devotee. He used to write every time, when he is confronted with something, he will write a letter to Papa and place it in his shrine. That is enough for him. Another one, and we have seen that he was able to get back to his self. His faith in Papa was getting stronger and stronger and stronger because of this method. Every time he places before him, consciously, with all devotion and faith. Clean, he takes a full paper, he addresses, beloved Papa, and then as a child to his mother, he will pour out his heart and keep it there in the shrine where it will be kept. Similarly, one more incident we have witnessed. In Tamil Nadu, we have shared this, but again, for people who have not heard it. In Tamil Nadu, there is we don't remember exactly the place. We were taken to so many places by friends there. So we were taken to one temple, one ashram, dedicated to Guru Maharaj, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Holy Mother and Swami Vivekananda. But as soon as we went round, we were taking rest because it was hot, very hot. We were tired also, but we were told that so many people are waiting in the shrine, so you must address them. With reluctance, we went there, and then when we knew when bhaktas are there, naturally you forget about your tiredness and share something. And immediately after that, the manager or who is in charge of this, he told us we will go around the temple. Then we saw exactly like Jarapati, the temple compound, where the photo of Holy Mother was kept. Very neat. It has got a separate compound. So when we there, it was charged, fully charged. So when we all went and prostrated before the Holy Mother, and then when we raised our head, we saw a letterbox. Why this letterbox? Immediately the person in charge said, whenever devotees, when they find it difficult to find answers or solutions for their problems, they will write a letter to Mother and then put it in the letterbox. And they are satisfied. The result may not be the same, but they are free. They know that they are working out their parents there, or where they have to do it, or mother has reduced the strain. They will, because they have their unconditional bhakti over there. That is why they kept a yashma. So these methods help us to reinforce our bhakti, number one. To get deep, God is subjecting us to go through one problem or another problem. Yes, then for we cannot find immediately any answer for this. Day for yesterday in WAYNAD, we are in WAYNAD. One auto driver in a place. He had parked the vehicle. His daughter is there in the auto rickshaw. He was telling something or sharing something or something, Immediately, a car was also his auto was parked. Behind it, there was a car. Suddenly, a lorry came, hit the car, hit the auto rickshaw, and she died on the spot. She died of the He was 35 years old. Technically, in the Vyavaharic sense, he is not at all at fault. On the side of the road. We may not be able to find answers. It will take time for us to understand. Why God relieved him from that suffering? In a strange way. Day for yesterday night, a housewife, we heard. At about 2 o'clock in the night, she developed chest pain. She has a daughter who is studying in the college. Son studying in 10th standard. Husband is employed in Kuru. 5-6 hours journey from WAYNAD. Suddenly at 2 o'clock in the morning, she developed chest pain. Immediately told the son. Son immediately dialed 108 and got the auto. Immediately she was taken to the hospital, nearby hospital. And then, by the time they reached, she expired. Yesterday, people from our friends, they are rushed up there. Cremation took place. Now, look at the family now. So, how do we understand all these things, So, these are all things, we have no answer. From the individual level, we cannot get any answer. We are not at all at fault. Now, just imagine the plight of the children and the husband, How we will not be able to control them for 1 or 2 days. Later on, they will control themselves in their own way. God will give them this, though He has given them the shock. God will mysteriously give them the way in which they can be controlled. Slowly they will start accepting. So similarly, when we react, when we are subjected to go through the severest one, what is open for us? We have got options. We try to communicate with Him. We try through letters, through dialogues, through outpouring. Papa has done the outpouring. Outpouring, yeah. So these are some of the methods by which, but even then, beyond all these things, it can happen. What will happen in store, He has not revealed. He doesn't reveal at all. So let us always think about it. Nothing is in my hand, I know that. When you are making me to observe all these incidents, I know that nothing is in my hand. Nobody can ensure. Nobody can give me security. All outer factors cannot give me security. Only you can give me the security. Security in the sense, you can feel me always, you are there, you are there, you are there, you are there. That is enough. You may take away the body, you may, along with it, your mind, everything is okay. But your presence I need. Your presence I need. Your presence I need. Suppose we keep on doing it through any of these methods. Writing letters, communicating with them, anything. So IQG Interstudy is giving us some practical clues. Not that we are going to get away from any problem, but we will get the needed what you call cushioning, the needed guidelines, strength, endurance to accept all situations. I won't say cheerfully, but we will be able to accept.
Maybe when we feel that Papa is taking part in this, that pain will be little less when we feel that other person is doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Pain will be less.
And we think that, okay, he is trying to teach us something.
Yes.
So, because otherwise it is going to be very harsh for us.
It becomes unbearable.
Situations become unbearable. And especially for all middle class people of external difficulties, person becomes like, they don't know how, there is so much of dilemma, they don't know how to find out the way out. When it is done by Papa, we take it like Mataji's word, Papa's test. So then that pain is little reduced. Okay.
Swamiji, Pranam Swamiji, Namaskaram. I want to ask you one question. As a child, I knew that there is a superpower which is, I always knew there is a superpower, I did not know Papa then. Then I knew that there is a power which is doing everything. That person or the incident is happening because of that person. But I used to feel why Papa is doing, or now I am calling him Papa. So why God is doing this to me? I mean, I could not bear that even God is supposed to be love. And then if He is doing this to me to hurt me, then I could not accept it. That used to be my feeling. Not now. Now, of course, it's your grace and Papa's grace. I have understood. I have probably overcome. But I used to feel like that. And how do we overcome that feeling? How do we understand that?
Yeah, absolutely. Initially, though we may be leading for all practical purposes a righteous life, and then when we are confronted with such things, the why and wherefore will always trouble us. It will come. We may not be able to get a ready answer also. But mysteriously, He will make us to get in touch with such people who will be able to give us some answer, though we may not be fully convinced. Later on, He will somehow see that we see the light beyond this. It happens in everybody's case, every sadhaka's case. But faith in Him should be, we have only prayed for the faith. Then that is the only way by which, we will be able to see the light. The faith will come because of His grace through some factors, like a guru, like some incident. And then, by His grace, we will be able to connect what all that has happened in our life on that line, on that perspective. And slowly we will, everything is happening. Not because of my planning, not because of my history. Then, that is why Papa used to say, we want at least one sloka of Bhagavad Gita. All these things will help us because Bhagavad Gita has touched about this karmic theory. So, we have got this, but because of that karmic angle only. So whatever that has been brought, it has to be worked out. Just as there is an instrumental cause for our birth, there should be an instrumental cause for our death also. So, whether it is congenial or comfortable or okay or not, there should be an instrumental cause for both it. Many people, even now, in spite of so many medications, they still feel they are not blessed with a child. And many of them, many relationships between wife and husband get strained because of that. And in certain cases, they psychologically sick also. So many things happen. We have so many such cases also. Whereas we have also seen that when you have so many children, when you have one children or two children, when they are not responsive to the demand, then also you feel miserable. Especially nowadays, the trend is, somehow learn, study well, get a placement and then go to foreign country, leaving the aged parents. They will send money, that's all, and they will have their own justifications. They thought, they can compensate by sending money, providing them good accommodation in the old age home, something like that. Some children, I know, they will not be tempted by that. I vividly remember one of the boys, when he is doing his degree, when his father asked for something, and I don't know what the context is, whether you would like to go out for employment, even in India. He was telling, a boy hardly 19, 20 years old, he said, what is the purpose of going out? When you people are getting aged, you need some support. You don't expect us to do anything else, but you need some support. And we should be there to give you support. So I am not interested to go out. Any employment given to me in and around this, that is okay. That sort of children are also there. So why we are mentioning all these things, we somehow try to understand the reason behind everything through Bhagavad Gita, the karmic rank. So then slowly we start to learn. There is a purpose behind, the why and where of is answered. Karmic angle answers. Because of the karmic angle, everybody is subjected to go through. I don't want to get into this karmic angle again and again. Please relieve me. Okay, because the moment I get into the karmic angle, the first casualty is forgetfulness of God. Second is grumbling and complaining. Not only make me miserable, I also distribute misery in and around me. And what do I get? I don't get fleeting joy, I get no doubt. But sustaining misery, sustaining insecurity, uncertainty, anxiety, worry, stress, all these things are company. So then I start realizing it. Kshine, Punye, Maktirogam. No, when we go through Bhagavad Gita, when we meet a sage, and when I meet a spiritual professor, when we meet a spiritually evolved person, she slowly directs us to find answers from these texts. And then when we do that, that is why all these things are happening. A person who complains about not getting a child, a couple who is worried about the only son who has become a spendthrift, who is a problem to himself, to others, and some others, they are not a problem. They become insensitive to the demand for needs. Many parents don't need money. They also have retirement benefits and that. They only need psychological, emotional level support. That's all. So these things, how can you answer? When we go to Bhagavad Gita, then only we get an answer. So we will not complain. Many elders they are contented. They are not worried. The sons are in US, sons are abroad, but they are leading a peaceful life, not complaining about them. They have their own future, they are working it out. That's all. They used to tell us, they are working out there, they are comfortable there, let them be comfortable there. We are comfortable there. That can come only when we accept the situation.
But one question, Swamiji. Initially I thought, are we really seeking God, really seeking Papa, or are we just running away from all the problems? Now, when we are in spiritual world, when we are with the Satsang, and when we are reading the books and all, we are put away from all these things. It is like a good effect on us.
Very good.
That effect should be permanent. Then are we the true seeker? Are we just running away from problems? This question used to come to my mind often.
We are not running
away. Can you please explain? Yes.
We are not running away from any problem, but we are only trying to see the source of the problem. Actually, we get clarity from the word, the first word in the glimpse. We try to go to the origin of your and the world. So when there is a why, nothing wrong in asking that question. Why? Then only we know it is a karmic. We are in the karmic triangle, so we are working it out. So why grumble and complain? We have to ask. We cannot blame anybody outside. So this that we get the direction from a evolved soul or through some text. And then we try to understand. So then we know we are not running away from anything. The only thing is, we are not giving previously we were giving the problem is insurmountable, no? It should not come to me. I should not be victimized like this. That was how we were approaching everything. But now we will not do that. Problems will come, we know that. We cannot escape from the problem.
Problems doesn't mean that Papa doesn't love you.
No. Problem he gives us because he loves us. Because otherwise he will be preoccupied with our own, no? We will not remember him. One is bound to come across problems in life. Nobody can avoid it. The best way to rename the problem to process. Suppose we rename the incident to a process. Any raw material, when it is subjected to go through a process by which the final, finished product comes. It is a torture from the point, from the level of the raw material. But ultimately, the same thing when it comes out in the finished product, it is loved by all, appreciated by all, enjoyed by all, used by all.
Very true. Very nicely put. Thank you. I understood.
The best way is to rename the problem to process. Many a time the process will be painful, but the end result will be pleasant. When we look back at the hard times we have faced in life, we can clearly see a reason for the painful experience and resultant good that comes out of it. Any challenge that does not defeat us strengthens us. A bird must struggle hard in order to emerge from the eggshell. A well-meaning person might crack open the egg, releasing the baby bird. The person might walk away feeling as though he has done the bird a wonderful service, when in fact they have left the bird in a weakened condition and unable to deal with its environment. It is only a matter of time until something in the bird's environment attacks it, and the bird has no ability to deal with what otherwise would have been a manageable problem. Dealing with small problems steels us to handle larger ones. That means we stop avoiding problems, but welcome them as challenges. This will strengthen. There are so many clues given by Papa and others. This, I don't know whether any of you have heard about this book. There is a book called Ultimate Gift.
You have told us.
Ultimate Gift. There he says gift of problem, gift of problem, gift of money, gift of family, gift of friendship, gift of gratitude, gift of love, gift of giving. Like that he lists everything. Everything is a gift. But when we understand that everything is a gift, first we accept it. No, it's difficult for us to accept. But when we accept it, the whole perspective of our life changes.
It's not that we have earned up the money, but we've been gifted.
Then you also remember, you go back to your own life. All these words, gift of money, gift of problem, it gets authenticated by your own experience. You have not realized it at that time. Every problem has, because friction is necessary for progress. Though it is painful. Every day we wash our clothes. In order to remove the dirt, we either brush it or do this conventional way. From the level of the cloth, it is painful. But when I wear it, and when you see me wearing it, you will be very happy. Where from you got this Shakti? Where you got it? Immediately its existence is recognized. But behind the maintenance, there is a pain. There is a process involved. We try to analyze all these things in ourselves. God is not giving us anything that is not suitable for us. God is only giving us that which will make us more and more refined, more and more mature to become His true children.
By this way, we understand that God has been with us all the time. We might have started calling Him Papa when we came to ashram, but He has worked with us right in the beginning. The naming could have been different now.
He is with us, He has been with us. He has been with us, He is with us. We should keep on. We remember our Dada Vaswani's words. You are not alone. God is with us. You are not alone. You are not alone. That we should know. As an aspirant, suppose we keep on bringing this Papa's words, switch on the wire for direct communication. Why do you deny Him in your heart? In any moment we are likely to be shaken because of the pressures of the outer factors or because of our old habits. Immediately we remember. Somewhere we type it out and place it where whenever we are in need, we see the signpost. These are called signposts. We devise so many practical methods by which we are connected. Nowadays you don't need, because every day there is a satsang. So somehow the topics he brings out through so many devotees, and then the connection is made and more and more clear, more and more regular. Every day ultimately he brings us to that. Connect yourself with me. That's all. I'm making you to go around only to finally connect with me. And don't worry, I am there. I am there. What is to be followed is a simple life. A simple way in everything, not complicated. I don't mean the external simplicity. In everything, a simple approach. Too much of complication, too much of thinking, too much of reading, too much of... All these complicate only. So simple and humble approach. We always think that reading has not helped us. We always think that reading has helped us. And we try to make use of it. Because God made us to go through that particular portion so that at a later date, He knows that we will be confronted with such a problem, and this gives an anchor, this gives a protection, an insurance. Oh, then nothing is a burden. So what is important is He is providing everything, facilitating everything only to connect ourselves with Him. For some reason He has made unknown, made us unaware of His presence. And for some reason He is still holding. But at the same time, He makes us feel that He is holding something, He will remove it. Because He has made us aware that He is with it. The only thing is, He is not conspicuous. That means we are not able to realize it throughout. So there is a process involved. And He gives us this. So He started with problem. Problem is to be treated as a problem.
Swamiji, last year when you fell sick, it was like the carpet removed under our feet. We all started praying. And then I was talking to Sundar. It is like, when you want to drink the medicine, mother closes the nostrils. The mouth is opened automatically so that the medicine goes in. So that's what Papa did to us, all of us. So we had to by force go inside. And now you are giving us a good flowchart-like approach. Swamiji, that is really, the moment we set up what to do, that question doesn't come now. You say yes. Start with a prayer. Then do Ram Nam. Then do Ram Nam with bringing in the attributes. Then go slowly. Then do a slow Ram Nam. Then try to find the watcher. They go so systematically. Even now the 5th February talk which you had given recapping the whole chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. It is so very point-wise. If we even keep that in our hand and go through that, we never saw Inquest of God in that point of view. So it really makes us, and you have put a capsule like, we just have to just put it in our mouth and it dissolves.
Papa is directly doing through Swamiji. It is has to do that.
Yes.
Again, keep on thinking, he is facilitating everything in his own way.
Yes.
Otherwise, why should he make us think about the sannyas centenary?
Yes.
We remember sometime in August, September, when we were going to Aarti in the evening, somebody casually asked, 27th December 21, then 27th December 22, there is sannyasi here, what are we to do? Instantaneously he gave us. We will try to distribute as many as possible copies of Inquest of God. They have about 1,000 people who have not got it, they must get it. We are watching now, that is how we slowly opened up. And now it has crossed 1,000 and reached more than that, double of that. And then so many people got involved in reading it intensely. You need not think that the entire people, God will pump them through it. He has got his own purpose behind it. Now a group of people are seriously going through this. That means, he has got a definite plan to take us. So the first thing he felt was, he has not done that. In spite of our negligence, in spite of our indifference, in spite of our so many other factors that prevent us from moving towards it, he has not left us. Out of bounteous love, he step by step providing. And we have been watching now this Satsang also. What all new dimensions he is bringing out and various sources to ensure that it is not the play of the mind. Every time we have to check up whether it is the play of the mind or it is authenticated by the words of masters or scriptures. But then, immediately he will go, don't worry, go to this book. It is there. Go to this particular one. And he will make others to raise the question.
That is
excellent question. See the beautiful way in which he is leading us, facilitating us. Nandi Yuddhi Tirthuvani Jeevitham Bora. One life is not enough to express our gratitude towards him. So glory to him, glory to him, glory to him for doing everything for us.
Swamiji. So many things are happening without our knowledge. So many things are inside our body and outside also natural and calamities and so many things are happening. So we are not bothered about that. But only when we do through our thing with my body, mind, intellect, only we feel we are doing that. So what is how Swami? Why only that we are feeling that I am doing like that? Other things we are not bothered. So both are done by him only. Without our knowledge, what are all happening also, it is done by him. And when we see,
but now let's see as a spiritual aspirant, does it help us in our progress?
No, it's not help, but the question is coming.
Any question comes, you just ask whether it is going to help us in my journey towards it, in making myself aware of his presence. Mind may bring out so many questions, just like that Republic, he will test us through our own mind. But our sadhana is, through our sadhana, we are trying to ask, will it help me? If it helps me, I will try to find it. If it doesn't help, no, I will not. So my priority is to somehow make myself aware of it. Let that be firm. Any question. And from the Pravanchika level, in the Lavikika level, the answer is that there is a limitation for us to pursue our only how we can reach the With your eyes, you can reach about 50 feet or 100 feet. With your ear, you can reach only this much. With your tongue, you can only do this much. So in that limitation only, the sense individuality functions. But if we try to identify ourselves with the power behind it, that power will go. It acts beyond the boundaries of whatever the sense organs limit.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then we get an answer for that.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just like when you are looking from your room, you can see only little. When you go to a terrace, you see little wider. When you go to the mountain top, you see wider. So like that, you are the same, but your vision gets broadened, widened. You will be able to see so many things, so many happenings. Your own, this is limited. When you raise from your present level to a higher level, you are in a position to see many things. But if you are in the room, you will not be able to see at all beyond certain level.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Upon experience in this spiritual path, we can see that if we are continuously in contact or in connection with Guru or the God, He will put us in where He wants. He won't leave us. We may feel that we are away or we are being not seen by, but every moment He takes our hand and then where He wants to put us, He is putting. But we are not knowing that. So He is not leaving. That's what just now as you said, yes, He will put us. He will take us. What He is doing. If we see our experiences, we can see it. Every experience, just turn back and see, He didn't leave us. He caught us, our hand, because we didn't come to Him. He pulled us. So He pulled us, so that means it is His responsibility. As Bhagavan says, Arunachala, it is your responsibility. Even Papa is also the same thing. He, as you just know that, why He made us sit in this Satsang or why He is making us to go through inquest of God is His plan. We don't know. What is His plan, where He is going to put us, what He is making us to do in the next, we don't know. But He knows what He wants to do with us. So, we are maybe ignorant, but we may sometimes feel, no, nothing is happening in this spiritual path. We are losing our heart. But upon looking back, it is sure that He is putting us in every second. He is catching hold of our hand and putting. This is what, upon seeing back, this is the experience. Same thing which you are referring. So it is confirming. No, He is not leaving us. He is not leaving us. You be in connection. Whether you are in connection with Guru or not, He is going on catching hold. So it's a great feeling on
Papa used to bring a anecdote, not anecdote, a simile, that we should be like monkeys and cats,
Yes, oh,
in one case, the child is it is holding the mother. In the other one, the mother is holding the child.
Yes,
so now we see, previously we were thinking that we are trying to search, we are trying in quest of Him, we are doing everything. Then suddenly, the next day, I am there always. Without me, you cannot even start your quest.
Yes.
So right from the moment I am there, you need not feel that, you have to do all this sadhana, then only I will look at you. Even to do sadhana, I have to be there first. Suddenly you realize, right. If you are not there, I am not there. So
without His grace, we can't even think of Him. We can't even think of Him. We are thinking because of His grace. That is it. Thank you, sir. It's a great relief.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
I want to share a very interesting quotation I came across today in this connection. It says, your problem isn't the problem. Your reaction is the problem. It is so coinciding with whatever we have been discussing.
Swamiji, the one thing that I know is here, you are taking the horses to the pond and you are putting our neck down, taking by the scruff of the neck, you are putting us down. Here is how you drink it. Thank you very much, Swami.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram.
Hari Om, sir. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Pranam, Swamiji.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.